Yeah, good morning all. My name is Hadedun Adewale, the founder of Home of Trader. This morning we'll be looking at how to trade boom and crash. Just like I promised in my last video, I want you to go back to watch the last video if you have not watched them. It is important to watch them as they are going to help you a lot to understand where to start from and what to do and what not to do. If you have not watched them, I will advise you to go back to them and watch them. Before anything, I want us to do some little analysis before we move on. There is need for us to quickly understand what we have discussed in the past, which I'm going to quickly reference, more like a revision, before I can move on today's topic. If you remember in our last video, we look at market structure. When we look at the ranging markets, we look at the trending markets, where we talk about the bullish trend and the bearish trend. We talk about the choppy market. At the same time, in the second video, we talk about the major supports and major resistance. We equally talk about the minor support and minor resistance. We talk about the dynamic support and the dynamic resistance. All these are what I'll be putting together this morning in my analysis for us to see how the market works and how it's going to move. What do we have to benefit by understanding all these things I have mentioned? Okay, let's start with this. Let me quickly add something which is going to help us, which is a moving average. I'll be adding just two moving average on our chart that will help us in understanding the direction of the market. At the same time, it's not compulsory, but it is necessary. The first one I will likely be adding is going to be moving average 50. Then I'll be adding another one, which is moving average 200. Exponential, apply to close, and let my moving average 200 be black. Okay, you can decide to make it color of your choice. Color of your choice. Another thing I'll be adding is fractor. I want you to follow up what I'm doing. Fractor. Fractor should be seen inside oscillator. Fractor. Okay, let me go to indicator. My fractor, I need a fractor. Okay, this is my fractors. Fractor is just by default, but you can change the color if you so wish. And the size, then you say okay. Now what do we need to understand? Let's quickly reference back to our dynamic supports and dynamic resistance. This time around, I'll be using my object as a support, where I will go to shapes and pick area that have been tested in the past. If you look at here, we have a lot of liquidity here. We have a lot of liquidity here. Yeah, this area was tested as a resistance, here as a resistance, here as a resistance, here as a resistance, and eventually it was broken. But when it was broken, you are expected, please listen very carefully, this is higher time frame, 4 hours time frame. Once it was broken, of course, definitely it's coming back to retest this area, which is on your 50 moving average. It's going to bounce on your 50 moving average, then it's going to go up. This is 4 hours, each candle is for 4 hours. If you mark this area out, and go to your 15 minutes time frame to look for this area, you will see what I'm talking about on 15 minutes time frame. If you go back to look for it on 15 minutes time frame, you will see that is a whole lot of market. Can you see it? Meaning that you will have entered trade from here around here and go up with it like that. From here you'll have entered your trade from here and go to this level. Please, I want you to follow up from here. What is going on? From here like this down to this level here. You can imagine, see what you are going to cover from here to this side. Again, to some of us who are not so much competent in understanding what I'm trying to analyze here, I want us to know that once this 50 is tested, please listen, this is area I'm talking about. I'm teaching you how to actually trade the market, catch spike. That is boom. Now you want to catch spike. Once this area have been tested several times, you are expected to be waiting for a breakout. After the breakout, there will be a test on your 50 moving average, and the test on your 50 moving average is going to bounce. Once it bounce, go to 15 minutes time frame. Two things. Either you go and wait for a crossover between 50 and 200 at 15 minutes time frame. You will see a crossover definitely around that area. A crossover between your 50 and moving average and 50 and 200 moving average. You should wait for a crossover. Look at the red here, and this is the crossover here. Remember, the market is going bullish. That is uptrend. Therefore, you are only expecting to buy. This is the crossover here, as you can see. This is the crossover here. This is the crossover here. You are expected to buy from here and exercise a lot of patience with it. Again, for those who are not actually still getting the analogy the way it is, let me show you something again. How you can always be in profit. We go back to 4 hours time frame. Okay, now let me show you the importance of 3 candle bar. What do I mean by 3 candle bar? That is where your factor actually want to work, but not every 3 candle bar we can trade. Listen very well. It's not every 3 candle bar we can trade. What do I mean by 3 candle bar? Let us see. We have this area. This is 1. This is 2. Okay, please listen very well. And this is 3. On the third one is where you have your fractal. On the third one is where you have your fractal. This factor, this arrow indicating a goal that is going down. Now, how does 3 candle pattern matters? Please listen very well. 3 candle pattern matters at higher time frame, and mostly as major support or major resistance area. Now look at this last candle here. It's a very long green candle. Look at this pin bar here, and look at this second one here. This is 1, 2, 3. There is a gap between them. If you look at here, you see the gap that we have here. There's a jump which we normally call fair value gap mostly. Now on this, after this, only thing you can add to this one is probably 30 moving average. On close of this candle under 30 moving average, you are expected to enter. Let's look for 30 moving average. Moving average 13. Insert. Okay, sorry for that. Now insert indicator trend moving average 13. Please, I want you to follow up what I'm currently doing. This is Let me make it the color red. 13 moving average, exponential 0 shift. Now after the trend candle pattern here at this level here, can I mark it with something so that we can see objects, shapes? This is it here. This is it here. If I go to 15 minutes time frame to look for this area I initially draw something, let's look for it and see. 15 minutes time frame. I'm going to show you how you are able to scalp this. Now this is boom 500. With this one, now you can sell for long period. Once you sell, it's going to go down. It will be spiking gradually, but it's going to go down for long period. When are you going to take your profit? You take profit around here. Can we see that? Here. Can we see the head here? Here. Here. Area that have been tested before is where you are expected to take your profit. Let me make it the color visible. Something visible to us. Let me make it blue and thicker a bit. Okay, see, you expect to take your profit around here. Why? Because this has been tested around this side. I want us to listen very well. It has been tested here. One. Okay, again it has been tested. Why am I wasting my time? Let me use this one fast. Another thing is here. Another thing is here. Definitely when it gets here, it's going to bounce. That is the effectiveness of support and resistance. Please listen, let's do for another entry. Let's go to 4 hours time frame again. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame. Zoom it a bit out. Okay, let's go back. I will show you something. This is another one here. Let me mark it. Shapes. Here is it. No, I'll prefer to use my rectangle. Insert objects, shapes, triangle. Okay, here it is here. Please, I want you to listen very well. Here it is here. If you have to look for it, that is around April 17. Okay, I go to 15 minutes time frame. I zoom it out so I can get it easily. Okay, look at it here. You see what I'm talking about here. In this particular place, 3 things have been formed. We call it shoulder, edge, shoulder. This is it here. This is a shoulder. Yes, this is another shoulder. Okay, this is head. This happened at higher time frame. I don't want us to forget. It happened as 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame was when we have this. Sorry, okay, I can't click because of this. At 4 hours time frame, we have this analysis which I map here. This is it here at 4 hours time frame, and at 15 minutes time frame we are having around April. Okay, I think I'm going wrong direction. I'm looking for yellow candle. Okay, very good. This is April. Now the edge shoulder has been formed here. This thing is taking time already. This is another one, and then this is the edge. Now remember, you are using the tail candle pattern. Okay, now as it is here, next thing that will come to your mind is that where am I going to take my profit? Then at this time now, what you need is to draw a line around here. Sorry. The line should come at higher time frame. Get your time at higher time frame. Get it at higher time frame. Okay, get your line like this. Let's use dynamic. We come like this. Dynamic. Please let's listen so that we can get this thing right. This is dynamic. Okay, where I am connecting the head here. See what I'm connecting here. This is what I'm connecting. See what I'm connecting here. Deep story. I'm connecting this. I'll clean it later. I'm connecting this. Look at them. You see, now my next step profits, after I connect them like this and draw them extensively out, my next step profit is going to be when the market is touching here. Okay, now as it is here now, we have seen that it has gone like this. Another thing you can draw is here again. You can connect the bottom like this. Sorry, you can connect the bottom like this. This is importance of okay, let me just use this one. Then you can connect the bottom like this. See, once they are able to reach here, you should know the next thing is you are selling, and you have your factor coming out like this at the top. Then after the factor appear at the top, then you sell. For those who are not also always sure, they have to wait for cross of when it closes below the 13 moving average before they will sell. With this analysis you have here, if you sell from here down, you are come to take your profit around here. This is where you take your profit here, because it's touching the line, the dynamic support and resistance you have drawn. If you understand this analysis very well, it's going to help you. Let me look for other pairs for us to analyze. Let me go to crash 500. Crash 500. Okay, this is crash 500. We go to 4 hours time frame in crash 500. We are looking for an entry, right? It's simple. All you need to do is to use your support and resistance, either dynamic or major support and resistance, which I call the static support and resistance. Let's see how it goes. We have a line here. Sorry, we have this connecting this. We stretch it out. Please listen very well. What I'm teaching is very important. Make sure you watch this video to the end. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. At the same time, like the video and then make comments. Again, another thing you can do is to join my Telegram channel. My WhatsApp channel is already filled up, but Telegram is always open and available. Like I said, we draw our dynamic resistance picking from this major points down to this one. As you can see, these are the area I'm pointing out. This one here, this one here. Now we expect this one to come to this area, isn't it, and have a retest and break out. But what is indicating that we cannot enter is the crossover that we are having here. The 50 moving average and the 30 moving average is crossing, so there is need to exercise a lot of patience to actually see can we enter it or not. Please listen very attentively. Now at this point it broke out. Once it broke out, there is a retest on this same line here. This retest is indicating that of course you are good to go. Remember, I told you how candle will always retest your 50 and move on, and that was exactly what happened around here. It came to retest, then up it go. You will have seen the 3 candle pattern that forms around here. The 3 candle pattern that forms around here, you will have seen it. This color is it's odd. The 3 candle pattern forms around here. Around here, and that's why you are seeing the pin bar, the red and the green. Shows that at higher time frame, 4 hours time frame. If you look at this one and go to lower time frame, then you are good to go. Let's check it. Let's check it. This is what we can use to map it so that we can get it easily. Shapes, objects. Okay, we map here. Again, we map here. Okay, now we are expecting either something for the candle to actually retest that same area and goes down or break out. But what did it do? It broke out here, then it came to retest it and up it goes. I've taught you a flip zone. We call it flip zone. This is a flip zone here, where a former resistance suddenly become a support. We call it a flip zone. And of course the crossing of your moving average here have indicated that of course it is not going to retest here and come down, rather it is going to go up. Okay, let's see it at lower time frame. We are around this is March 23, 15 minutes time frame, March 23. You can see what I'm talking about here. See what I'm talking about here. Look at it here. From here, look at how it sells at lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame. You already have your crossover of 50 and 13 at the same time, 50 and 200 moving average. I have an alert indicator that can even tell you when these are crossing over. That will go ahead and help you. You see how you are going to sell for a long time. Same time we come back here, look at where we are analyzing here. Again we sell again. Okay, and then we have it here again when it broke out. When it broke out at this level now, then we go. Then this level now, it came to a retest, then we go with it. Now that is on that so far. Now let me quickly now measure on major support and resistance, how you can use them to trade spike. At this level I will have to remove all everything I call indicator on this chart. That is trading with a plain even without using my factor. Okay, I'm removing everything I have on this chart. Now let's go with plain. Go to 4 hours time frame. This part is very, very important. I hope you take your time and watch it to the end. What you need to draw is just your object, which is this object. Then the shape you need is just your rectangle shape. Okay, when you have your rectangle shape, what you are looking for in most cases is where major support and resistance has happened, and there will always definitely be a retest. Let's say you pick this area, draw the line out, draw it out. Don't forget, once you draw it out like this, okay, go to lower time frame, like 15 minutes. Go and look for what you have drawn out. Okay, wait for definitely a retest around that area. We are in crash 500. Let's see what happened around this area. When the market got to this area, let's see. Each time the market get to support area or resistance area, there will always be a spike down. Remember, don't forget your market structure. In your lower time frame, your upper time frame, higher time frame rather, what you are having is downtrend. Downtrend. If you are in a downtrend, all what you are looking for is selling opportunity. I repeat, all what you are looking for is selling opportunity. If you go and buy, you will regret it. You will regret it. So you're looking for selling opportunity, and there's always need for you to look for the direction of the market. Now, if market is like this, okay, you can connect it like this. You can connect them like this. Okay, now if market got to this level, okay, and eventually the market broke out this dynamic support to this level and beat the resistance you have drawn for these ones and close under it, then down it goes. Down it goes. Ability to analyze a plain chart like this is going to help you a lot. Let's check on the boom 500 before I now round up this class. Boom 500 on H4. Now, this is what you need to do. Objects, pick this level like this. Market is coming back to retest this your level. Market is definitely coming back to retest this your level. Let it touch more lines. Let it touch the head very well. When market get back to this level, definitely you will begin to start booming. Don't forget, you have a 3-bar pattern. This is one. Okay, this is 2. Oh, sorry. This is 1 here. 3 candle bar pattern. This is 1 here. This is 2 here. Don't mind me. This is 1. This is 2. And this is 3. This is what I'm talking about here. If you put your factor will have appeared here. Remember, you are looking at this area that were tested. Okay, after they were tested, then you have it moving. Look at it here. Tested here, okay, tested here, then here it was respected as well, then it came here, it broke out. Once it broke out, If you understand the market structure very well, you will know definitely that it's coming back to this level to retest, and up it goes. Let's assume you're not even online when it happens. Using this line like this, connecting this part, this part, this part, and you have a 3 candle bar pattern at this level here, then you sell. Connecting this part like this, again, connecting this part like this again, and you have a 3 bar candle pattern here, then you buy. I don't know if you are seeing what I'm analyzing. If you come here again using your dynamic, if you pick this one like this zone like this, connecting here like this, I need a clear and visible candle bar pattern, which I have not seen, and that's why I'm slowing down at this level here. At this level here. So what you are expect, what you must know how to do is ability to analyze your market effectively. You will always cap the market very well for you. If you go to 15 minutes time frame to look for all these things we have done, you'll be surprised at how far they have gone. Look at it here. See it here. This is a breakout here. This is a retest, then down it goes. These are different entries for you there. At the same time, this is a retest. Okay, this is a more like as if it's going to break out. It comes back, you have double top, then down it goes. We have it here again. After you have connected this line together, you have it here. It came to test, head and shoulder form here. This is head and shoulder. This is the head. This is shoulder. This is another shoulder. You need an eagle eyes to see all these things I'm mentioning. Okay, up it goes. Okay, after that one, we have another head and shoulder here. Another one here, here, and here, and down it goes. My people, I think I've said a lot here and revealed some secrets to you. All you can do to help this channel is to share the video with your friends. Don't be greedy. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, join our Telegram, as our WhatsApp is already filled up. If you're able to join the WhatsApp, you must be very lucky to be able to join the WhatsApp. God bless you and remain blessed.